Hi everyone, I just knocked that off. So yeah, what I was just saying is it boils down to our values and things like that of when we're in touch with those things, that's how we protect our peace. That's how we create boundaries. That's how we can, you know, catch up with somebody and enjoy them and things like that and not get hurt. And do you know what I mean? Or not catch up with them. Sometimes that is the answer, and that's okay too. And not to feel guilty, because protect your peace. And there's so many additional things out there now that we don't need to pull people into our world to accept that level of connection as well, on top of everything. So, and what I was just sharing was, like how, like when a proper, full-blown narcissist crosses our path, that the lesson and the message there is to love yourself more than another, more than what an external something can give you, just triple one, more than your peace, like love and protect your peace more than anything. And I feel that when we sell ourselves short, and even cheaply, and then again, even though not, this is why it's so important for self-worth and things like that, because we need to recognize our own value to be able to hold and stand our ground, stand your ground and hold space, and to sort of say that's not okay, and that is okay to say, and be okay with that. And so yeah, I just thought, it's just like, I guess it's the ultimate, the apple, sort of scenario. It's like, and the song before, when I jumped in here, the other message was, that song, you can have whatever you like. It's like the ultimate, again, temptations of different things, but you don't get your freedom, and it comes at a price, and you do pay for it, just in other ways. It's just triple two. So anyways, guys, I'm just going to leave this at this for now. And just to say, like, literally just, bearing in mind that we're not a victim, and all that glitters is not gold. And we need to be aware of that, and we need to be okay with that. And pardon me, because if you're pouring into a cup, if that cup's got a hole in the bottom, and that's literally what it is, they got a hole inside that can't be filled sometimes. And I don't say can't in a, that's a, a little c, in the sense that, I give room for evolution for everybody, and I wish that, and I wish peace and evolution for everybody. And that is their choice, and it is your choice, like who you choose to keep in your life and or love from afar. And because you can still love them, because maybe you did see their inner child and they did let their guard down with you in certain ways, and those parts are still allowed to exist. I think that's a big one too. It's just 333. That's a big one too, because I think that's where some of the devastation comes in sometimes, that you think, was that all just an illusion? And sometimes people can only love you to their capacity, and then they're just going to be ducking and weaving and sort of pulling the pin, because they can't offer you any more than that. And when it gets down to it, they're actually doing you a favor. They're actually setting you free to find somebody that you can connect with, that you can grow with, that you can laugh with, but love with as well, and be loved, and to just, that, the beautiful exchange, rather than that push-pull, sort of up-down, sort of hot-cold dynamic all the time. And just, you don't know whether you're coming or going, or, sometimes you feel like you're on top of the world, and other times you feel like you just want to, like you feel, in a hole. So, but again, that feeling is a choice. It's just 444. That feeling is a choice. And and every time you say no to something, you say yes to something else. And I can say, every time I have said no inside a relationship, I have said yes to something better. Though, again, like every time that you sort of move along, and again, you've got to get to know yourself more. You go on your conscious healing journey. That's key. That is literally what it's all about. We go within, we figure out stuff, we understand ourselves, we accept our shadows, our flaws, our wounds, our chinks in our armor, because fucking everybody has them. And so when we accept that, that releases the shame, and then no one has got anything over you. Not only that, you just shift a gear anyway, because you just naturally attract people in that you don't need to keep your armor on, that you don't need to be in full defense mode and defense mechanisms and things like that to be in play, because your nervous system's relaxed, so other people's nervous systems, it's just like attracts like energy. And those other energies weren't wrong. It wasn't wrong for their lessons, and they're a messenger. And again, they're just showing us, and parent wounds, mother wounds, father wounds, like, yeah, whoever has been your something, or wherever the gap is, and the striving, and the pain point comes from. That's that's the key. That's your answer to explore and to make peace with. And again, just to realize the same as our story, everybody else's story is nobody asked for their patterns either, including your parents, including your family lineage. Nobody put their hand up and asked for it. It's nobody's fault, though it's everybody's personal responsibility to alter it and change it and make peace with it and forgive thyself, have compassion for our story, and have forgive ourselves for our fuck ups or our mishaps or our even missed things because of fear, and because our nervous system and our self-worth didn't feel intact at that given time, to hold that space properly. And I hope this makes some sense, because that's how it is, guys. And I just feel when you make peace with these things, when you can offer yourself forgiveness and then extend forgiveness, compassion, forgiveness, acceptance and understanding, and then sort of flip that script and flip that lens outwardly. Again, it doesn't make it okay. Again, you don't have to ring that person up or invite that person to come and have a sleepover. That's probably a lot for some people anyway, but invite people out for coffee or something like that. But you can still make peace from afar, and you can still release more than anything. And that's what it's all about. That is where your forgiveness lies. This is how you break these cycles of this chain of pain. Because whilst you're still in that loop, feeling bad, feeling guilty, feeling less than, feeling, shame, then those things will keep looping. And that cycle continues until you just see the illusion that is. Cut the fucking string, cut the cord, and just say, I'm done with that, no more. I'm good. I've experienced that enough, and I'm done with that now. And let that be okay. Like, as simple as that. And in the simplicity and the magnitude of that. So anyways, guys, happy Sunday. It's a lovely sunny day here. I don't know where the sun is right now. Yeah, it's up there. But anyways, sending love, happy healing. Have a great day. And more to be shared.